Welcome to eXtremeRate channel. In this video, we are excited to introduce our RGB LED buttons for the DualSense Edge. It's more than a glow, but a signal, a symbol of control, power, and style. This is where gaming meets personality. Now let's get everything ready and put on the lights on your controller to shine through every single moment of the games. Before opening the controller, pull both trigger stop sliders to the top and remove both paddles. Slide the release tab to the right on the back and lift the front trim out of the controller. Lift the metal lever that holds the joystick in place and slide both joystick out from its slot. Next, remove the L1, L2, and the rear panel. Start near the left side of the joystick lever. Insert the flat end of a spudger between the black section of the rear panel and the front cover. Gently work your way along the edge to begin separating the two parts. Next, continue working from the right side to carefully and completely detach the bottom panel. Make sure all clips are disengaged before lifting it off. Grab both corners and pull it away from the controller to remove the rear panel. Next, insert the flat end of a spudger in the gap and pry out both L1 and L2 buttons. Slide the release lever to the left and lift the left end of the lever. Then lift the spring off of the white post to remove the release lever. Next, remove all the screws securing the bottom shell. On newer versions, the bottom shell no longer includes these 3 screws. Remove all the screws on the back of the controller, as well as the 2 screws located near the shoulder buttons. After all the screws are removed, gently pull apart the front and bottom housings to create a small seam. Then insert the end of the spudger into the gap along the outer edge to pry both parts open. Hold the main body of the controller, then lift and remove the bottom shell. If the slider covers are out of place, simply place them back onto the bottom shell. Align and slide the flat end of the cover under the plastic tab in the rear case. Lift the bottom of the tab and slide the cover underneath it. Then put the cover back into position. Make sure both slider covers are properly seated in the bottom shell, and let's move on. Lift the battery to reveal the connector underneath the battery. Then gently lift up the connector out of the slot and disconnect the battery. Lift the motor wires out of the plastic tab under the trigger module, then disconnect the button ribbon and the microphone ribbon from the mainboard. Next, remove the screws securing both trigger modules. Carefully lift the trigger module out of the slot, disconnect the ribbon, and remove it. Repeat the same step and remove another trigger. Remove the 3 screws holding the battery bracket and remove it. Remove the 3 screws holding the battery bracket and flip it over to uncover the mainboard. Disconnect the touchpad and the front microphone. If the back microphone falls off, place it back into the slot on the bracket. Lift the mainboard out of the bracket. Remove the mute button. Remove the 3 screws securing the mid-frame. On newer versions, there are only 2 screws. Grab the vibration motor housings and lift the mid-frame to remove it. Take out the springs next to the logo button and keep them in a safe place to avoid losing them. Take out the rubber and buttons from the front shell. Remove the touchpad screws. The touchpad is clipped to the bracket. Hold the controller and gently lift the top edge to detach it. Make sure the touchpad cable does not get caught when threads through the slot. Disconnect the touchpad cable and replace it with the one provided in the kit. Make sure the cable is properly positioned and connect it to the touchpad. Here we can bend the cable to make it thread through the slot more easily. Now reinstall the touchpad onto the front shell. Thread each ends of the cable through the slot, and make sure nothing gets caught or pinched. After attaching the touchpad in place, route the long cable along the track and lock back the bracket screws. Install the replacement Create button and the Option button provided in the kit. Since they are not labeled, make sure to install them on the correct sides. To verify, flip the controller over and check if the buttons sit flush with the front shell. Install the replacement ABXY and D-pad and install the replacement rubber pads. Make sure each piece fits snugly in place. Then put the springs back into the slot. Release the white tab securing the light guide on the right side, and remove both parts. Next, carefully align the main LED cable and lay it on top of the original button contact film, and thread the connector part through the seam. Secure the connector with 2 pins on the midframe. Then secure the FPC with the tiny tabs on the frame. After the cable is properly attached, reinstall the light guide and secure it with the white tab. Before proceeding, double-check that the springs are seated in their slots. Then carefully align and reinstall the mid-frame onto the front shell, making sure all clips and screw holes are properly aligned. Set the mute button back in place. Put the screws back in to hold the mid-frame in place. Then place the motherboard onto the mid-frame, ensuring it's correctly aligned with the alignment pin, and press it down until it clicks into place. Connect the touchpad ribbon and the front microphone to the motherboard. Put the battery bracket back in place and lock the screws to secure it. Next, we need to test if the LED works properly. Connect the power relay cable to the LED FPC connector. Lift the locking flap, then insert the shorter end of the cable into the connector, making sure it's fully inserted. Then connect the longer end of the cable to the touchpad FPC connector. Now connect the battery, and the LEDs will light up immediately upon connection. If the LEDs fail to turn on, inspect the ribbon cable connection to ensure all the cables are properly connected. After verifying everything is working correctly, disconnect the battery and continue with the installation. Now reconnect the trigger ribbon to the right trigger. Then place the right trigger module back into its slot, making sure it is properly seated. Be careful not to pinch or press down on the motor wires during installation. Then repeat the process to install the left trigger module back in place. After installing the trigger modules, fasten the screws to secure them in place. Next, reconnect all the ribbon cables to the motherboard and secure the motor wires with the tab. Connect the power relay cable to the LED cable connector. Connect the battery, then install it, ensuring the cable is properly routed into the slot before placing the battery back in position. Now peel off the adhesive backing and stick the power relay cable to secure it in place. First, attach the LED cable connector to the side of the trigger, ensuring the adhesive makes full contact with the surface. Then stick the touchpad connector on the bracket surface next to the screw. Make sure the connector adhesive makes full contact with the surface. Then attach the cable to the battery, making sure to follow the routing path. Keep the lower end of the cable clear of the back button module, so it does not overlap or obstruct the back button. Then use tape to hold the cable in place. There is an extra cable reserved for connecting the back button kit. As it is not needed now, we can tape it down to hold it in place. Next, let's reinstall the back shell onto the controller. Before reattaching, push the slider cover plastic to the top position to ensure the slot and sliders are aligned. Then align the clips with the front shell and snap the bottom shell back onto the controller. Next, fasten the screws for the bottom shell. Please note that the screws at the bottom are different sizes on the new version controller. Tighten the screws to secure the bottom shell in place. You can use either the stock screws or the screws provided in the kit. And don't forget to fasten the 2 screws near the shoulders. Reinstall the release lever. Hook one end of the spring onto the lever and the other end onto the white tab on the controller. Then pull the lever to the left, align it with the slot, and attach it into place. Place the grip panel back onto the controller from bottom to top. Then snap the clips along the edge until every section click in place. Lift the metal levers and slide both joysticks into their slots. Once in place, push the levers down to lock them. Align the tabs and click the front cover back in place. Install both L1 and L2 back onto the controller and attach both rear paddles to complete the installation. The following section explains how to set up the LEDs on the controller. Connect the controller to a console and press the logo button to turn on the controller. To turn the LEDs on or off, simply press and hold the up, right, and the square buttons together for about 5 seconds. To enter the setting mode, press and hold the up and the square buttons together for about 5 seconds. In setting mode, each click of the right button will switch the light to the next color option. After selecting your color option, press and hold the up and square buttons together for about 5 seconds to save and exit the settings. Now your games will shine with the glow of LED lights. Whether it's an intense battle or a relaxing quest, let the colors light up your journey. Play with style, play with confidence, and enjoy every shining moment. Thank you for watching the video. Happy customizing and enjoy your modding journey with eXtremeRate.